Seabird 198, one localizer established, descend our left.
One steps on localizer,
Seabird 198, could you give me a wind check, please?
Is on my side, heading is 053, and it's going to be from runway 23 left, 232, 600 feet, turn left, Delta Lima 243, 5.8 nautical miles, 321 degrees, 11.4 nautical miles to Uboro, and then NetX says 7.9 miles. We have two speed limitations, first one at 210 and the second one is at 250.
That's all correct.
Okay.
FMS.
Set.
Bring temperature.
In green.
Complete, thanks.
74, dispatch, Delta.
And up from 8055, behind departing 737, line up on the 2 to left behind.
Behind the departing 737, line up.
I go to choose small part please.
Advised?
Transponder
Transponder Antigas number 1 and the code is 2545.
Terrain display.
Terrain my side, your side.
Berlin 631, establish line is 23 right, 7 miles out.
Takeoff configuration, both reversers, man cross flow, seatbelt and no smoking. Clear.
Check. It's complete. Pending authorization for takeoff.
Okay. Clear right.
It's clear.
Lufthansa 55 Mike, wind 240 degrees 6 knots, runway 23 right, clear land.
Lufthansa 55 Mike is clear to land 23 right.
Lufthansa 072, cross runway 23 left after crossing Mike and Tango, position Alpha 3.
Lufthansa 072, crosses runway 23 left approved, after that Mike Tango Alpha 3.
And off from 8055, wind 240 degrees 6 knots, runway 23 left, clear takeoff, cheers.
Alright.
Let's go. Set takeoff detent.
Next has set.
Check.
Knots.
Check.
Berlin 631, wind 250 degrees 7 knots, runway 23 right, clear land.
Berlin 61, 23 right, clear to land.
Lufthansa 55 Mike, hold short off runway 23 left.
Rotate.
Lufthansa Mike, hold short to left.
Gear up. Speed 176.
Lufthansa 55 Mike, taxi via Mike Charlie.
Set.
So, ist wieder
400. Nav.
Ach sorry, und natürlich Crossing approved.
600.
Correct.
Autopilot.
Autopilots. Engage your side, FMS 1 and gear set.
Okay, thank you.
Minimum acceleration.
I will wait for 3000. Going to climb power.
Check.
Roger, identified, continue climb flight level 210.
Climb 210, it's 055.
210 set.
Checked.
Great, son. Accelerating. 210 set, speed increasing, minus 15, flap 0.
Speed check.
Maximum speed in this point is 210, we'll maintain till we're outbound. This is the good thing about flying. You almost get to see the sun every day.
Nostrum 8055 Brussels to the morning radar contact, climb to flight level 240.
Continue climbing flight level 240, Nostrum 8055.
Okay, 240 set,
It's checked.
going vertical and increasing speed. In Dusseldorf, Germany, we performed the Module 8 Tango departure, dated 26 February 2010. Basically, it's takeoff on runway heading 233, 5 miles to Delta Lima. It's a PR nav departure, no? You can do a DME navigation or GPS. In this case, the point is defined as Delta Lima 243. It has its coordinates. We have a speed limit of 210 knots. Perform a right turn to Bodo. Coordinates 11.4 miles, and it's a track of 321. At this point in this track, both runways have the same sector. Just at the beginning, runway left at 23 left is 233, 23 right is 230. But from Delta Lima 243 up to Bodo, they go on the same track. And afterwards we had a left turn to Modru with a maximum turn speed of 250 knots. Once you are, sorry, I said Modru, and once we pass Netex, then we can increase the speed, and we have to pass Modru at or above flight level 210. We accelerated at 3,000 feet. It required a 7% climb up to 3,000 feet, and the initial clearance is 5,000. Once we reach 3,000 feet, then we start increasing our speed, and we clean up the aircraft. This was our departure in Dusseldorf.
Jet 6 Papa Yankee, continue present heading.
Continue present heading, Jet 6 Papa Yankee.
Ryanair 6 Mike Papa, contact Barcelona 135.355.
1,000 for 6,000.
Hasta luego. 27.5, 475, hasta luego. Nostrum 8055, derecha, rumbo 250.
To the right, 250, Nostrum 8055.
Okay, I'm going green.
Green needle sign.
Nostrum 8055, right heading 275.
275 to the right, Nostrum 8055.
275 set.
Check.
Nostrum 8055, muy buenas, radar contact. Alice approach, clear file, let's approach runway 33 right.
Clear, let's approach runway 33 right, Nostrum 8055.
Okay, approach set, lock 1 and glide slope armed.
Check.
And let's go for flaps 20.
Speed is good, flaps 20 coming down.
Madrid aproximación, buenos días, Iberia 3627.
20 set.
Okay,
Iberia
now
3627,
2020, 107.
Pista 33 derecha.
Let's go for gear down.
Iberia 3627.
Nostrum 8055, Torre 18975, adiós.
118975, down 3 green.
Thank you. 30 degrees.
Speed check.
Speed back 160 knots.
160 knots set. Tower, good morning, Nostrum 8055.
45.
Nostrum 8055, buenos días, clear to land, runway 33 right, wind north 2 knots, gas 07.
Clear to land, 33 right, Nostrum 8055. And 45
Iberia
is set.
3475,
And,
continúe
final
por
approach
kilo
speed.
alfa,
One approach speed.
hasta kilo alfa 1, corto
And
de
1000
alfa,
just passed.
espera el 510.
Checked.
Before landing checklist.
Kilo alfa hasta kilo alfa 1, corto alfa, esperando 510.
Before landing checks, as flight attendants,
Advised,
passenger signs,
no smoking seatbelt,
thrust reversers,
both on,
landing gear lever,
down and 3 green,
and slightly flap.
25, 45.
The landing checks are completed.
Thank you.
500.
The final items are completed. We are clear for land.
Thank you.
Plus 100.
Check.
Minimums.
Okay.
200.
Landing.
Fire off.
100.
3475, corto de Alfa 21625, buenos días.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Spoilers deployed. Passengers are armed.
Papa 14 de Torre.
Sí, adelante, Barajas.
Sí, ¿usted puede saber cuánto va a tardar el tráfico de Hangar 1 en pedir remolcados?
No sabemos nada, estamos, el CGA es el que nos dio la información y es el que nos ha confirmado que efectivamente va a salir. Se tienen que averiguarlo el CGA, no y decirnos ellos algo, claro.
Vale, pues muchas gracias.
And 60 knots.
Okay, leaving the runway.
Kilo Charlie, Alpha, expecting 329, minutes from 8059.
Okay, parking brake is on, steering is off.
Okay.
Okay, external power is on, working. Beacon, fuel pumps, seat belt, 3 Alpha.
Mike 36 right, 056.
Papa 8, copiado, gracias.
And another good thing we can see is that there is absolutely no difference from the cockpit point of view between a 900 and a 1000 we just flew before.
Nostrum 056, receiving a ground report is watching Stork, but well below the departure altitude. The wind is 36005, the takeoff 36 right.
Clear for takeoff 36 right and Nostrum 056.
Roger, we're going. Set Togati tent.
Togati tent is set.
Check.
Knots.
Check.
V1, rotate. Set back.
Gear up. Speed 178.
Set. 400 feet.
Nav. Gear is up.
Check, and FMS1.
FMS1 check. 600 on hand flying.
Hi, my name is Julian, and I'm the first officer for this flight today, Madrid Dusseldorf, Air Nostrum. And now we're on a regional jet 900. It's very similar, as you can see, compared to the 1000. Few things change. and I'll walk you through the cockpit a little bit so you can see the basic systems and the cockpit layout that we have. So the aircraft is basically symmetrical, both sides. If we start over here, we have our primary flight display. Here we have the basic information for keeping our flight, attitude indicator, altitude select with an altitude tape, and on the other side an airspeed indication, and of course our heading indicator in the bottom. Next to it we have a multifunction display, which we usually use as our nav source. We can integrate weather information in there as well by selecting radar, and that would do the radar sweep from one side to the other. Of course, there's no returns now, clear weather outside. A nice feature of this multifunction display is that we can, if we have any problems with any of the other screens, we can revert it, and we can choose, replace one of the screens that might not be working there as a ED1, or we can use a reversionary panel for that as well. So that gives you a lot of possibilities to play with the screens and to always have the information that you need for the flight available.
Lufthansa 498 behind departing Condor, lining up 25 right behind.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha, right turn out, and at Mike 24, hold short of 25 right.
Okay, let's go for landing gear down.
Right turn out, and Mike 24, hold short, runway 25 right.
Austrian 123 Foxtrot, wind 240 degrees, 6 knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Wind 25 left, clear to land, Austrian 123 Fox.
Lufthansa 3 Charlie, behind departing Condor, cross runway 25 right,
Green, 5 miles.
175.
Lufthansa 3 Charlie, back to departing Condor, crossing runway 25 right behind, 3175. Yes.
Let's go for 30. Speed bug 160.
8056 for your information, in your 1 to 2 o'clock position, range about 2.5 miles. Police helicopter, very low level, will stay north of finals.
Okay, before landing checklist.
Runway 25 right quickly at Mike 24 behind. 175.
Lufthansa 4 Alpha behind the departing Condor, cross runway 25 right, quickly behind, and then 12175.
Cabin secure.
Reported.
Traffic information, 1 o'clock position, range 4 miles.
Advised.
Police helicopter, very close to the finals, about 1
We
mile.
have seatbelt no smoking.
Reversers.
Just past 1000 armed.
Check landing gear.
3 green.
Flap flap.
Let's go for 45.
Right.
And the fast. Final approach speed. Then we get 25 and 45 right.
Flaps are down and if
Lufthansa 498, wind 240 degrees,
On
6
engines,
knots,
no
runway 25
problems.
right, clear for takeoff.
for landing check is completed.
Lufthansa
Thank you.
498, clear for takeoff, 25 right, bye-bye.
Austrian 123 Foxtrot, right turn via Mike and Mike 14, hold short of runway 25 right.
Alright, Mike 14, and hold short 25 right.
500.
100 by time.
Nostrum 8056, wind 240 degrees, 6 knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 25 left, 8056. It's all done.
Frankfurt Tower, Scimitar, Lufthansa 721 Heavy, ILS 25 right.
Lufthansa 721, hello, order.
Tower, Ibis 1. Request to continue via Fox, further westbound for security flight, set left.
Ibis 1,
200.
3 mile final,
Minimums.
for 25 right,
Okay, landing.
and you may continue to Fox behind the traffic and then westbound.
100.
Traffic inside, after traffic, further to Fox and afterwards.
50. 40.
499,
30.
police helicopter now
20.
1 mile, over
10.
southbound behind you, wind is 240 degrees, 6 knots on runway 25 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 25 right, Lufthansa 499.
Spoilers, plus reverses.
Looking for M17.
99.
ISR 521 behind landing 747 on a short final, line up runway 25 right behind.
M17 here on the right.
Landing 747, line up and wait behind ISR 521. Tower, guten Tag, Lufthansa 1458.
Okay, let's go. Leaving the runway.
We check.
458, enter Lima 1 and hold short of runway 25 right.
Okay, there we have our guy. we hope this is bringing you something. We enjoy flying, and we try to show you up the best we can our day-to-day basis. And I think we might have some more things to show you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Okay, good afternoon again. We're in Madrid. I'm Captain Pellegrini with First Officer Julian, and we're going to fly Madrid, Pamplona, and back to Madrid. And right now what we're going to do is we start powering up. We've already checked our breakers. Our breakers are in. And we have to wait 30 seconds before we perform our fire test. And once we've performed our fire test, we can start with our routine checks, in this case cockpit preparation checks. An easy way to recall everything, going on 3 ways vertically, we're going to check all the systems in the overhead panel. We have the battery, it's on. We have the warded IDGs, they're in place. We have electrical push switches to close open different relays. Generators, they're always set on, and the 900 and the 1000. Fire detection test was performed. Hydraulic shuttle valves, they're open. Nav light always comes on, the rest of lights are off. We have the fuel pumps over here. Then one of the good features of CRJ series is that we have synoptic pages.
Yeah, it's a 900.
Is the one we flew yesterday?
No, I don't think so.
Tripulación de cabina en turno de pista para despegue.
One takes off, the other one rolls into position. Up to 33 knots, I think we should be able to manage. Okay, now we're in the runway. One of the things we do is we press the toggle switch. We get the flight director configured for takeoff. It's like an attitude mode. And at the same time, we're making the FMS knows the position of the runway, and then it's just double checking.
Airmaster 8534, wing 15005, clear for takeoff runway 36 right.
Clear takeoff 36 right, Airmaster 8534.
Ready?
All ready, thank you.
Toga 10.
Toga 10 set.
Check.
$80 knots.
Check.
B1, rotate.
Gear up.
Climb, gear up.
Speed 166.
400.
Now.
Pamplona, buenas tardes, Air Nostrum 8534. We are descending to flight level 090.
Air Nostrum 8534, good afternoon. Runway Indus 33, wind 20002, QNH 1023, temperature 24, dew point 12, visibility, well, Kabuki. Clear VR Bravo approach runway 33 with 1023, report Papa Alpha Papa.
One of the particularities of this approach is that your misapproach, your final approach course is more than 30 degrees from the runway, which means that we're coming looking this way and the runway is that. Looking straight ahead, you start seeing an open mine on the right, no? And there's where we're going to pass. Between those two mountains, we're getting in there, and the city of Pamplona is slightly on the left, behind the hill. We're going to be turning left and looking for the runway. Today we have a very good visibility, conditions are great, no? But sometimes at night, no? With rain and due to
534, Nostrum 534.
To wind conditions, we have to perform this approach. It's quite challenging.
So there's no chance for circling approach to 16.
Un minuto. Eco Lima Fox 180 backtrack aprobado por la izquierda con el señalero.
Al hangar queremos ir, Eco Lima Fox.
Es verdad, disculpa el hangar. Nostrum 8534, say again, sorry.
So I was asking if it's possible circling approach around 16 if traffic permitting.
Okay, there is a helicopter about 3 miles northeast of the field, 1900 with a traffic. What approach do you request?
As I said, approach VR B to runway 33 and then perform a second approach to runway 15.
Roger, clear to VR Bravo approach runway 33. Left circling approach to runway 15, report braking to circle runway 15.
Pit line. fast reversers.
Hello, welcome back once again. We're in Pamplona now, and we shall be taking off in a few minutes to Madrid, back to Madrid. First officer once again with you on a CRJ-1000, and on the left seat, Captain Pellegrini, who's going to act as pilot monitoring for this flight to Madrid. We're planning for a takeoff from runway 33, going north, and after that we shall break left about 7 miles, breaking left and flying out of the valley for a right turn, and then it's pretty much straight down to Madrid. Flight should be about 35-40 minutes, so join us. I hope you enjoy the flight with us.
Your aircraft.
Okay, my controls. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. A little bit of a static takeoff. Set tower turned.
Toga set. $80.
8 minutes.
El nostre 8411 entra al backtrack, alinear pista 33. El autorizado central al backtrack a la 338.
V1 rotate.
8411, comienza pico, 4 millas al noreste del campo, a 1900 pies.
Positive gear.
Pero, una vez superado este obstáculo puede, si lo desea, en contacto proceder hacia
Speed
la derecha,
165. Climb set.
salir antes de que su compañero libre nivel
400.
y estaría
Now mode gear is up.
a 150 superior
600.
por los ejercicios de paracaidista.
Okay, FMS2 selected.
Well, good morning. Here we are again, getting settled in the cockpit of our Nostrum's CRJ-1000 to do our final last day of flying with our friendly cameraman Udo here, recording everything that's happening. For those of you wondering, yes, I'm still sitting on the right seat, and Captain Pellegrini is on the left seat for the flights today. I'll be acting as pilot flying to Granada, Madrid-Granada flight. The weather is pleasant, it's nice in Granada, a few clouds, so if we can, we're going to try to attempt a visual approach to Granada, which I'm looking forward to that. If I get a chance to turn the autopilot off and hand fly the aircraft in a visual flight, that would be excellent for today. So, thanks for being here with us once again, and see you soon. The flight crew is ready for the passengers. They should be coming down any minute. In fact, they're over there, so we're going to get on with the final checks.
Nostrum 8030, buenos días, se da contact, Bailén, den Vivas 1 Delta, standard arrival for Granada.
Bailen, Viva standard arrival for Granada. Any chance Bailen direct to Granada, Bjorn?
Nostrum 8030, if you prefer, you can take Bailen 1 Delta, standard arrival, but the standard arrival you have to take it. So if you want, Bailen 1 Delta.
Okay, then we go for Bailen 1 Delta. Thank you.
Granada 4348, pilot.
The weather should be basically sky clear, and as you can see, my predictions were perfectly right. We have some nice layers of cloud there, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to expect when we get to Granada, but the approach briefing basically is going to be the following. We're going to be coming in from the north and flying to Granada VOR, which is right here. And if we do the full procedure, we will be going on this radial, keeping a speed of 210 knots maximum, and then turning left to intercept our ILS for a minimum of 2,050 feet. That will be using the 4-degree climb approach gradient. If we had to perform a go-around, we would follow climb on runway heading. It's basically what we have here to Granada. Here is to Golf Romeo Alpha, 2,260 feet or above, and then we a right turn to Golf Delta Alpha, where we would enter in a hold at 7,000 feet. That would be a direct hold, non-standard. If weather permits us, we'll see as we get closer if we can do a visual approach, or if we get a straight vector straight into the ILS, we'll do that as well. We have to be aware of the terrain, the orographic characteristics of this airport. There are some fairly high rocks around. You can see a highest point here of 5,276 feet. So we've prepared our FMS, as you can see here, with our MSA altitude, and this radial 002 coming up here, which is going to divide these two sectors. On this side, we have to stay at least at 8,700 feet, and on this side, 7,600. So to do a visual approach there, we'll need to have fairly good VFR conditions. If not, due to this fairly high rocks, as I said, we'll probably stick to radar vectors or the published procedure. 170 on the speedboat, please.
170 is out, and we got 2020.
Okay, I'm going to take the pilot off.
Flight director off,
please.
AXA 02, la pista está libre, ¿verdad?
AXA 02, pista libre.
Let's go with landing gear down, please.
Gracias, tráfico final 09.
Landing gear down.
Air Nostrum 14037, autorización aterrizar 09.
Air Nostrum 8030, clear to land runway 09.
Okay,
we have 3 green.
Thank you. Let's go with flap 30 before landing checks and speed 160. 2,500 radio altimeter.
Excuse me?
2,500 on the radio altimeter.
Okay. Before approach check altimeters.
Am I saying 4? Sorry, it was 1024?
1019.
19, okay, that's what I had. 39.
Check. APM bleeds.
APM bleeds, we're bleeding from the engines.
Right, lights and cabin signs.
They're both on.
Okay, before landing check. Flight attendant.
It's been advised by you?
No, I'll just do it. Passenger signs.
They're both on.
Throttle reversers.
They're being armed right now.
And landing gear lever.
This is down and showing 3 green.
And slats flaps.
45 please and runway heading.
45 coming up, speed is good. And final approach speed, VRAF +5.
+5.
We get 25, 45. Tripulación preparadas para el aterrizaje.
Runway heading, please.
Runway heading. 1,000 just passed.
Check. Yes, into wide, into red.
$500.
Check.
Okay, vital items complete.
Thank you.
200 minimums.
Okay, it's inside landing.
Yep.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Spoilers and reversers. Yeah, keep braking. No, we cannot take the middle one. The next one, yes. 90. Okay, my aircraft.
60, your controls.
Airbus 8030 por la derecha y con el amarillo al parking. Le informo que su plan de vuelo de salida tiene slot 0745.
Okay, we copy the security time 0745 and we're looking the runway to the right now, Nostrum 8030.
Oh, sorry, I forgot it was in English. Thank you. Bye.
That's okay, we understand. Thanks for... Okay, so here we are in Granada. Finally we managed to do a visual approach. It's not as sunny as I thought it would have been, but it was forecasted, but visibility was good enough to do a visual approach, and it was nice. We came in nice and low over the terrain on the sides, a couple of little hills on the sides, and the weather was quite calm, and I decided to disconnect the autopilot when we were about, I can't remember exactly what altitude we were at, but as soon as I had the field in sight, turned off the autopilot and had a chance to do what I wanted to do, which was to do the approach by hand. So that was fun. I got a feeling that Captain Pellegrini would like to comment on my landing. In fact, I have a feeling I'll never hear the end of it, but you know, it was good enough for me.
No, the comment is just no comment.
So here we are in Granada's tarmac. We're here to do a walk-around check of the aircraft before a flight. This is something that we have to do before every flight, just to ensure that everything is correct and fit for flying. The walk-around starts right here next to the passenger door, and the first thing that we check over here is the angle of attack vane. This vane moves and it tells us an indication inside in cockpit of the angle of attack. This is used for the stall computer, stall protection computer and whatnot. We also check the oxygen relief valve. This is a plug, a valve that if there is in case of an overpressure, this would pop out and we would see that that would not be in the correct position, and it would give us an indication that there's something is wrong. Finally, over here we have the static port. Just like in every plane, we have to check and make sure there's no obstructions, free from obstructions, and it's okay. Down this way, we check the pitot tube, of course, like in every aircraft. It's exactly the same than every aircraft. And down here we see that we have an ice detector. Okay, this is an ice detector vane that if it starts accumulating ice, it will give us an indication in the cockpit as well, so we know that we have to put the anti-ice systems on the aircraft. Of course, a quick look over the fuselage and make sure that there's been no dents or bird strike or anything like that. Make sure that that's okay as well. And then we move on to the wings. Lights, external lights, the navigation lights are on now because we're in the tarmac, and this will be the strobe light, which of course is off. As soon as we leave the runway, we turn that off. Okay? The winglets, they all look good as well in here, and all the static probes, making sure that they're all there, they're not broken off.
V1 rotate. Positive rate.
Yeah. Charlie Lima Kilo Delta, ¿están conmigo ya?
Speed 168.
Sí, afirma, estamos con ustedes. Estamos a 25 millas fuera, autorizados a 100.
And set climb
Ahora
168.
le
400.
Kilo Delta, desciendan a discreción.
Gear is up.
Answer green.
Slash flaps.
Minimums.
Okay, taking off the ignition.
Thank you. The pilot itself as well.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Front spoiler and reverse. We got 90 knots. Okay, my aircraft.
Air controls. 60.
Well, thank you. That was a nice landing. My back appreciated.
The next two are yours.
Well, okay, we're expecting in Porto approach, a PR nav approach. Nope. To runway 17, the LGX 8 Echo, which is basically this way, and from there we would continue with our ILS straight in. No? Let's double check we have the information correctly set over here. We have LGX, we'll leave on 268 for 30 miles. It's 29.6, PR644, PR644, 268, another 12 miles to PR614. Great.
Left 200, clear for straight in ILS 17 and Nostrum 8726.
And lock 1 and glide slope armed.
This is the end.
Lock 1 captured.
Lock 2.
Ryanair 7715, contact Lisboa Control 132.3, bye-bye. Air Nostrum 8726, contact Tower 118.0, have a nice landing, bye-bye.
1800, Nostrum 8726, tuck in. Porto, bom dia, Nostrum 8726, established 10 miles out, 11 miles out.
726, bom dia, continue approach, wind 130 degrees, 05 knots.
Marker.
Here.
I see 3 green.
726, wind 130 degrees, 05 knots, and I 17, clear to land, up planning vacate by taxi Charlie.
Clear to land and vacating through Charlie, Nostrum 8726. Okay, pending flaps.
And we just passed 1000. Let's go for 45.
45.
And VRF plus 5.
Speed set.
Adjusting speed. Okay, I'm disengaging. Runways in sight. Just
500.
500, we have flight altitude complete. We are stabilized approach and we are clear to land. Everything is done.
Thank you.
Plus 100.
And runway inside, no problem.
Okay.
Minimums. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Spoilers. Reverse arm.
And Charlie, do you remember if it's the last one or not?
I don't remember, but I'll tell you. Charlie is
90 knots.
Second to last.
Second last, then I'll continue. Welcome to Porto. Visibility is not the greatest, but it's warm out here, and we managed to make a flight idle descent all the way to almost final. Well, one more to go. Back to Madrid. Welcome.
Northwest.